Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast.
Sure.
Out with the bad and in with the good, motherfuckers.
That's right.
Jessica.
Dana.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Oh my God, I just got a frog in my throat. I've been talking to you for like 5.5 hours and that has not happened.
You sounded like the kid from the Little Rascals when he's like, "Hello, ma'am."
Yes.
Also, sounding very reminiscent of a kid I grew up with by the name of Buzz Hill. That sounds like a cartoon character's name. And
Yes.
he used to say, "Buzz off, buzzard breath."
I can actually visualize who his parents were just based off of that.
None of your beeswax.
No, that is predecessor to Honey Boo Boo right there.
Straight up was. Absolutely. Oh,
Poor Honey Boo Boo. She's doing fine. She's fine.
is she still
Not
eating
really.
that scad? Still eating that scaddy with butter and ketchup?
I mean, just add a little pesto and it gives a little class.
Oh,
Or at
pesto.
least.
They don't even know what that means. Never heard of
I
it.
barely do. Oh my God. Let me just take this again. Wow, thank you. Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast. I am Dana Powell.
I'm Jessica Young. And we are here to rant and rave.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, should I have just started over completely? But it feels like it's on brand. You're back in town. This is the first time I'm seeing you in, 3 weeks, 4
Yep.
weeks? It just feels right. It just hits that sweet spot. It hits that sweet spot of Dana and Jessica and a big old cup of crazy.
Sure does.
Jessica,
Yes.
how are you?
I am great. Thank you so much. I have been traveling again, and I will tell you, if you guys don't follow us on social media, I'm going to tell you how in just a little bit, because you missed a hotel update. And some of you look forward to it. You've let us know that. Some of you always comment that you can't believe it, or, "Oh my God, yes, of course it happened to you again." Well, of course it did happen. I made another video of my hotel room, and I keep being called a Karen by people online that clearly are not our listeners, and that's fine. It's hilarious to me. Like, I should be okay with hair hanging out of the faucet of my hotel room.
Yeah. I don't.
But-
Well, you guys know me. I don't read any of the comments, so I can only imagine what's on YouTube. But good or bad, you are always very popular. That video had over 1,000 views within less than an hour.
Lots of name calling and lots of opinions about me.
Oh my God. Well, my cute little, here's my emotional support plant, which I could see people tearing me apart for. Nope, like 21 views, something like that.
No. Because they have nothing they can get mad about. They can't hate you for that. I'm
Okay,
serious.
so
Like,
you got
I'm
some
trying
hate.
I've got some haters, yo. I can't believe I just said that. I've got some haters. Well, I do. And you know what? I don't care. That's my new attitude. I don't care.
Yes.
And the only thing I care about is that I didn't take a follow-up video, because later on that night, I never do this, ever, never done this at a hotel. I ordered food in through Uber Eats. I was like working late, and I'm like, I'm just ordering food to my hotel. It came, it's great. I ate my dinner. I was getting ready to relax, and I was like, I'm going to sit on the couch instead of the bed because I'm not tired yet and I just want to chill out. Well, there was some unknown stains, multiple array of colors. So I stayed away from that side of the couch. And then the other side had something that could have been from someone's body, could have been some food. Not sure, don't care. Wasn't willing to investigate. I just stayed off the couch.
What do you mean from their body? Like liquid form?
It looked like maybe it was snot or food. Don't know. Don't care.
No.
Yes, ma'am. So if people want to call me a Karen for being pissed off that hotels are disgusting now, I'm not mad at the workers. Again, I love how people love to misconstrue things. I'm mad at the
Well, because
world.
they're looking at it
Okay.
from their lens. They're like, this lady's talking
Yeah.
about me specifically. In the psychology world, they call that spotlight
Projecting.
syndrome. Projecting and spotlight syndrome, where you think the whole
Oh,
world is just a light on you. You're like, I'm
maybe.
just complaining. I wasn't calling you out, okay, Brian? I'm just complaining about something. And also, whenever I
Seriously.
post, I don't know if you do this, but I post on YouTube. I try to keep up as best I can. And
Mm-hmm.
I've started putting always just for fun, friendship, hang out with us. Like, have a glass of
LOL.
wine and LOL. We're a comedy podcast. We're not here to get anyone fired. Like, if we're
Right.
going to get mad about something and try and like wreak havoc on the world, it certainly ain't going to be about hotels. So take your
Okay.
Karen statement somewhere else. I believe those ladies are reserved for racists.
Okay.
There we go.
Ay. How are you?
Moving
How was
on.
your week?
Well, I had 3 of them. Boy, they're a blur. It's interesting, I was saying to Dan Tipton, he gets a hiatus, right? Because of what he
Mhm.
does. He's a production supervisor right now. He's like a producer supervisor type on TV shows.
Mhm.
And right now he's a production supervisor on Lone Star 911. Well, they always have a summer hiatus. Now,
Sure.
normally he would be going back pretty soon, but we have a lot of strike issues in Hollywood. So we don't
Mhm.
know when anybody's going back to work. So I'm kind of
True.
like, I'm the one keeping the family wagon going a little bit, which is terrifying. But I was saying to him, he gets a hiatus and Henry gets a
Mhm.
summer vacation. I don't get a break.
No,
It's
moms
like,
never do.
I was saying to you, like during the school year, I'm a single parent because his hours are very, very long. And how my lifestyle is not a normal person, which actually kind of relates to the rant I'll be reading
Mhm.
today. But I don't have a normal schedule ever. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter whether I'm working or not working. Things are always last minute, up and down,
Sure.
auditions, jobs. You don't know when you're going or where until sometimes 9 or 10 o'clock at night the night before. Like it's just always, and I just said to him, I don't, I'm a single parent during the year. And then during the summer, I'm still editing and shooting my stuff that I'm doing for my own projects and
Mhm.
auditioning and working and, all the things. And they get to run off to the arcade together. And I'm like, I want a summer vacation. I want a vacation. I don't feel like I
Mhm.
have had a vacation.
Mhm.
I don't know. I should have
Think you
just
need
said, I'm
to.
fine. I should have just said, I'm great.
I
I'm
think you
just
need to
really
plan a
tired.
vacation.
Well, we've
You
talked
need to
about it
plan a
before. He goes,
vacation.
but here's the catch 22, right? We're talking about it. We're probably going to try and do a little bitty getaway to San
Mhm.
Diego or somewhere down south
Nice.
together, the 3 of us. But it's like, because of the strike and because I'm the breadwinner right now, and my jobs are never secure. Like I don't know what's coming
Mhm.
when or where or how.
Sure.
And so that stresses me out. But also we have to be very uh what do I want to say? Not
Cautious.
fiscal, cautious. Yeah, there's a word for it, but with
Frugal.
our finances. Frugal, that's what the word I was looking for. We have
Mhm.
to be very frugal and mindful with our finances because if this stuff doesn't settle soon, you know,
Mhm.
for those of you, I think we say this every year. LA, we shut down in November, man. Once Thanksgiving starts coming up, everybody's a dunzo until
Mhm.
January out here. Um, so yeah, I need a vacation, Jess, but I
I
can't
know.
really afford it. Does that make sense? Everybody
You
knows
can
that
and
feeling.
you will.
Okay.
Seriously, and San Diego is
You're
great. I'm not kidding. That is a place that you can go to and not have it be outrageous, like going somewhere else, and people travel across the country to go there. It's great. That is the most family friendly place you could get. I think you
Yeah.
guys would love it.
Yeah. Even just a little 2 or 3 day refresher.
Yes.
You know, I spend so much time at my computer writing, editing. It's like I want away from this
Mm-hmm.
stupid computer for a minute.
Totally.
And also because writing can be a very isolating. That's another thing I don't
Of
know if people
course.
realize. A lot of writers talk about it, but I write alone, and so that can be a very isolating thing to do for hours and hours on end.
Yes.
I just
You in your own head.
would like a break. Yes. And it's, can I please, and then we'll move on. Can I please tell you what I learned about myself on
Mm-hmm.
this particular hiatus for Dan Tipton?
Sure.
And I believe this might be new for me. I may have picked this up over pandemic. I don't know how this happened.
Mm-hmm.
So he has been around every day since he's been on hiatus to see me through this busy period. And he's
Mm-hmm.
like, you're just going nonstop. You're either writing, editing, running to an audition, meeting somebody, to talk about a project, blah, 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 blah. So he was like, you're just going nonstop. And I was like, yeah. And I was talking in the kitchen one day and he goes, what are you saying? What? Are you talking to me? I realized I'm not. I was just talking out loud. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm realizing now that when you're not here and Henry's not here, I talk out loud because I'm alone so much that it doesn't matter. I just talk out loud all the time. And now I'm that person.
I hope Alan doesn't hear that because that'll be his excuse for why he talks out loud all the time.
I list out, I go, I'll be walking through the kitchen. This is what I did when I walked past him. I was like, I wrote 4 scripts. I need to make sure I edit them. I got to edit the podcast. And I'm listing out loud. And he goes, what am I doing? Why are you telling me do I need to do something?
It's ridiculous.
And now, why don't you tell people how to get a hold of us?
Please find us if you are not already following along on Instagram and Facebook at the Rants and Raves Podcast. You can find us on TikTok at the Rants and Raves P. You can find us on YouTube at the Rants and Raves Podcast. We have our own channel on there. You can follow along for full episodes. We always post both the audio file only and a full video file. There's also shorts, which have little clips on there. And we also have those on all of our social media platforms. You can send us a direct email at the Rants and Raves Podcast at gmail.com or go to the contact button on our website, www.therantsandravespodcast.com. Thank you. And also keep those rants, raves, and everything in between coming in because we are almost done with. We had such an incredible slew of rants from our live show back in May. And we just had
Yes.
a fabulous, really, really good rant from a listener who wrote in last week. So we will be getting to that one next week. Thank you so much. And keep it coming, you guys. We love sharing and hearing from you and what is happening in your neck of the woods. Dana?
Exactly. Let people call us Karen, not you.
That's right.
We're here to help. We will take the beating for you.
Exactly.
I think I'm up first for rants, yes?
You are, yes
All
indeed.
right. This one I said I was going to circle back to this because it does relate to what I was saying yesterday earlier about not living like a normal lifestyle. So this says a rant. People who shit on night owls, their perception being that you are lazy, your life is not together, and you are unhealthy. But we work just as hard and live the same, just during different hours. So I love that because I have always, my entire family, we are night owls. Now, since I got my CPAP and realized that I didn't sleep for most of my adult life, I try to be more mindful about my sleep habits so that I don't mess up my body because we're getting older and my body can't catch up anymore. And So I've tried to be more mindful, but most of my life, and I will say right now, since you've been gone, I got a little Wonka doodle on my
Mm-hmm.
schedule. And I'm trying to get it back, but it's hard. It takes a minute. Um,
Yeah.
we're I think the reason that people I identify with what this listener said, because people do, I think you're lazy, and the reason being because you have to make up for the sleep in the daytime. You need a nap or you sleep later, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they assume that makes you lazy, which is something I said to you about my sleep apnea. My whole life I felt shamed for my
Mm-hmm.
sleep habits. And then I found out, what was that, 2, 3 years ago now,
Right.
that my body was waking up 40 times an hour. That's
It's insane.
biological, man. Yeah, I
Right.
don't have control over that. So if someone keeps weird hours, there's usually a reason. I also happened to have a job um, where I was working from 2 to 11 for a while.
Mhm.
And when you come home at night, you cannot wind down instantly. I don't care
No.
how exhausted you are. One of the reasons that my schedule is so off right now is because Grandma Dana said that she would do an improv show at the Groundlings at 10 p.m. at night. And then she went out for drinks afterwards with the young children
Mm-hmm.
who can do that kind of thing. And then
Mm-hmm.
she couldn't go to sleep until 4:30 in the morning. Okay? So
Oh.
that's why Dana's schedule is off. But nobody, I don't care who you are, unless you're so exhausted your body literally shuts down, your
Yes.
brains don't, and you just keep up. And so my whole family was like that. My dad is still like that. I am usually talking to my dad at 3:30 in the morning. Now if it's 3:30 here,
Really?
it's 5:30 there, and he still hasn't gone to sleep. So
What?
anyway, it's not a reflection on people being able to keep their lives together. It could be
No.
medical, not being able to do their sleep right. It could be because of the kind of job they have. Like, yeah, I really identify. I know it sounds like I'm getting wound up over nothing, but I have shared before that I felt so much shame and I was judged by people who love me for my poor sleep habits. And
Mm-hmm.
it was like, oh, she's depressed. She's sleeping her life away. She doesn't want to get out of bed. Something's wrong. She's not doing enough. She'd rather just like so much shame around it. So I just identify with that. It is a good rant. Please don't judge other people just because they live a different lifestyle than you. And that goes for every freaking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's your sleep. I don't care if it's your gender identity or lack thereof. I don't care if it's your sexual preference. Do not judge someone else for their lifestyle. It's none of your business.
Well, I'm judged, and my entire family judged me because no one's a night owl but me.
You but can I tell you this,
My
Jessica? When
dad,
I was
to this day, will come in if I'm at his house and it's 8:15. He'll be like, "Get up." I'll be like,
yeah,
"What?" They're like so caught off guard, and it'll be like 5 a.m. our time. He's like, "It's 8 o'clock. You've already slept the morning away."
that I've heard that so many times. You slept the day away. Yeah, as if the day is
I
completely
can't.
ruined by 10:30 a.m. Just
Oh,
completely a loss.
right?
Yeah. I
How
mean, that happened
dare
in my marriage. That happened.
you?
Like,
Is he a morning person?
yes.
Ugh.
But part of it is his circadian rhythm, because during the
Sure.
year he's getting up at
He's just
3:30,
getting
4:30 in the morning every day.
yes.
So his
And
body is programmed for that. I just banged my microphone. And mine is definitely not programmed for that. I'm also very unpleasant in the morning anyway. You might as well
me
let me sleep
too.
till I can be happy.
Same. Don't even look at me, let
But
alone talk to me.
same. And I'm aware of it, so I try to avoid people as much as possible.
Yes.
Until I can get going. But I was going to tell you, I think that a lot of creative people really struggle with sleep, because because
Yes.
you're saying you are, I am, when I was in Sunday company, we were all texting each other at 3:30 in the morning. We were writing sketches at 1:30 in the morning. Like, we were young and hungry and like creative. Our
Yep.
brains did not stop. We were all auditioning in the day, performing at night, and then we were writing. And our
Mm-hmm.
brains just never had time to stop. But I think that's how creatives are. We're constantly observing, thinking about how we can make it a story, and creating.
Yep.
Always. We're exhausting to be around.
Indeed.
I'm exhausted by my own mouth right now. Let's move on.
Well, you're gonna agree with this one.
Okay.
This is another rant. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Happy Valley audience,
Mm-hmm.
for this. This is people who don't pull up far enough in the drive-thru. Specifically,
Mm-hmm.
when people leave, I think this is Dana's favorite part, a car length in front of them and just pull up a little bit, and you are just a little too far back from the speaker to place your order.
I felt the fury start to bubble in my body just from you reading.
Well, I bet you're like me. I see it. And number one, I don't try to yell at it until I'm where you can see the holes in
Uh-huh.
the screen where the microphone
Yes.
is, right?
Of
But
course,
people will be like,
absolutely.
"Welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order, please?" And you're like, "Hello? Hello?" They're like,
Oh, I
"Welcome to
don't.
McDonald's, may I take your order, please?" Hello?
No, I know
They
that they
can't
can
hear
see.
you.
They can see where you are. There's cameras in all those drive-thrus. And I just full-blown pretend like I'm deaf if I am not right in front of the speaker. I will not speak.
People don't pay attention, and I'm telling
It's so
you,
dumb.
I think it's also a lot worse now because people are on their phones.
That's
So they're
okay.
looking down, they're texting, and it's like, take your eyes off the freaking phone and pay attention, because as each car scoots up, we can all move forward, because a lot of the times you're backing that shit up, whether it's a Starbucks or whatever place you're going, and people can't even
Into the
get turned into the
street.
parking lot.
Correct. That's why it makes me mad. And doubly because it's usually because they're on their phone and then they get defensive if you
Yes.
honk, cuz I'll go beep beep, like I'll
Mm-hmm.
with my fist just do. It's not a full honk, so slow your roll. Okay? It's
Mm-hmm.
a beep beep. So don't be getting mad at me when you're in the wrong anyway, okay?
Exactly.
But they always get mad anyway. And that's why I
Yes.
just don't speak until they pull up because it's
I know.
annoying. But it also works that way. How can I explain this? We please know that if you want to see the visuals with my crazy chaotic hands
Mm-hmm.
to probably still not understand what I'm describing, please find us on YouTube. Sometimes it is fun to see us be insane in video. Okay, so when you're pulling up to, oh boy,
Mm-hmm.
this isn't going well.
Oh.
When you're pulling up to a stoplight and you have two lanes of traffic here, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
you have a left turn. And how
Mm-hmm.
California is notorious for having a very short left turn light and then just a yield green, and you have to sit through all the traffic and try and race through the yellow at the end of the light. You know what I'm
Are you
talking
doing
about, right?
code for a gang symbol right now?
Ma'am, these are the lanes of traffic. My fingers, maybe I should lay them down like this. No, that looks like you're looking between somebody's legs. No, you just have to imagine. My face is getting, I'm sweating. Anyway, when you want to turn into
Hilarious.
the left turn lane and these two lanes are backed up and you
Sure.
don't want to go in the wrong lane of traffic to get to that light, but you want to make
Mm-hmm.
that light because there's nobody in that
Yes.
lane. And that
Yes.
person has a full car length ahead of them. And if they just pulled up, you would be in your lane. That
Absolutely.
makes me mad because that happened to me yesterday and the dude was on his phone. He was on his
Mm-hmm.
phone. He wasn't looking at anything around or behind him. I'm like a hawk, man. I'm looking to see what all y'all are doing in your cars at all times when you're near me.
And I know that you waited there glaring until he
I
looked
did.
up and made eye
I
contact.
sure did. And I went like this. Cut it out. That's what I did. For those of you who are only listening.
Dana,
I frantically mimed thumb typing on a phone and made an ugly face with contempt, which is when you pull the side of your mouth up to make your fang visible in body language. And I went, and then I drew my hand across my neck and went, cut it out.
Oh my God.
But it's getting worse. You're right.
I can't.
People are on
I'm
their
telling you.
phones two-thumbed
I-
because we have all these cars that automatic lane keep, and these people are two-thumbed on their phones. No hands on wheels.
No. There's so much that annoys me these days, Dana. Like I've said, I've had to start deciding what is worth getting upset about or not. Truly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like I'm just going to have to let that one go. Because if I don't, I'm going to rage out.
Explode. Yeah. No, that's you, and also I do want to take this much responsibility for myself. Oftentimes when I cannot control those big emotions, as I say to my son, it's because I have not eaten and I am hangry. So that's my part there. Did you have any more thoughts?
No, I can relate to that too.
I mean, I got a little bit sweaty, if I'm being honest.
Yes,
Got a little
bit
worked up.
sweaty. We're going to an excessive heat wave in our neck of the
We
woods.
are. Yeah.
Oh
So
boy, here comes summer.
Yeah, it's in full effect.
Yes.
But also, I think I worked myself up with a little bit of angsties and might need a cleansing breath. What do you think, Jessica?
Oh, that sounds great.
So this is the staple of our show, as I say every week. If you get a chance to scream it out, please do. It'll make you feel so good, but don't hurt yourself.
Yes.
If you can't scream it out, at least take a second. Now, I'm an eye closer. It has become very apparent to me that Jessica is not an eye closer. And
No, I'm
that's
not.
perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. If you are driving, please don't close your eyes. Okay. We like to get out all our angsty feelings, all our complaints. We really flesh them out for you guys. You send us a complaint, we're going to break it down. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we let all of that out. We take a deep breath, blow out all the bad, and then spend the rest of the time filling up with goodness and laughter and silly things and cool things and poignant things and whatever, hopefully. So, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Take a deep breath in. And I took a deep one. I went real deep. Felt nice.
Creepy.
Don't you judge a book by their words. All right, I'm up for corners first. I have a what corner.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Let's just get through it. And then I have things to say because I have questions to ask. Okay, are you ready? This is from CNN.com, written by Jay Croft and Raja Rezek. Roller coaster at Carowinds closes after discovery of a crack in a support pillar.
I've been to Carowinds. Continue.
I don't know. Yeah, that's because it's North Carolina, right?
We
Yeah,
went there when I went
okay.
to sleepaway camp in North Carolina.
Okay. Carowinds Amusement Park in North Carolina closed a roller coaster Friday after discovering a crack in the support pillar, park officials said.
No.
The park
No.
says the Fury 325 is one of the tallest and longest in the massive park that straddles the North and South Carolina state lines. The quote, the tallest, fastest, longest giga coaster in North America will remain closed until inspections and repairs take place, the park said. The crack is at the top of a steel support pillar.
Nope.
I know. A giga roller coaster has a drop between 300 and 399 feet, according to Kings Island in Ohio. Carowin says the Fury 325 takes riders to a peak height of 325 feet and reaches 95 miles an hour. The rest of the amusement water park remained
Jeez.
open. The rest of the park remained open on Saturday, according to Carowinds' website. Quote, this is from their website. Safety is our top priority, and we appreciate the patience and understanding of our valued guests during this process. As part of our comprehensive safety protocols, all rides, including Fury 325, undergo daily inspections to ensure their proper functioning and structural integrity. Integrity. There's a crack in your main support pillar. How much have you really been checking?
I mean, I will say I'm trying to be devil's advocate. Thankfully, they found it before a disaster.
Correct. Before something happened.
You're right. It's like, how is that determined? Or does it take just a certain amount of uses and then it starts cracking? I don't know. I guess that's a very scary thing to think about.
Yes, I will say. So, do you follow the mortician on? She's on TikTok and Instagram and all those things. But she talks a lot about a lot of safety things based on bodies she gets into the morgue. Okay, and she did a whole series on not going to carnivals and little local things and riding the rides because they're so not safe. And so I kind of have that in. Yes. And she actually said, and I think it's out there in abundance, but it is honestly more safe to go to an amusement park.
Like Six Flags or something.
Yes. Or even this Carowinds. I've never heard of that because I'm not from that side of the states. But
sure.
They are regularly checking all the time, whereas local little throw 'em ups and stay there for 2 days and move away are not the same. And a lot of people get hurt. So she was like, amusement parks are your safest bet. But she was like, but for me and myself, I will not be riding any of these rides,
Okay.
That's high and fast. And the nightmare scenarios that run through my head, even though I am an avid roller coaster fan. I love them. And so does my son.
I love them too. But I will tell you what, I thought I was going to die on a carnival ride a couple of years back when we were down in Florida visiting some family. We went to a place called Santa's Wonderland, and it's a huge thing at the holidays with like every kind of weird, crazy food like you'd picture at a state fair, and then all these holiday themed rides and a Santa and all that. And there was a ride called Mousetrap. And our niece was probably 8 or 9 at the time. And she looked at us. She goes, "Oh, I wouldn't go on that ride." And I'm like, "Oh, isn't that cute?" I said, "No, that's fine." I go, "It's not scary. We're going to go on it." She goes, "It's scarier than it looks." And it made me feel sick. You don't go on that ride. And we didn't listen. And let me tell you something. It was just another one of those times where I was white knuckling it. And I was like, are we going to die? Is this going to eventually just whirl on off and down into the crowd?
Yeah. Well, she showed
scary as hell.
She showed a video of, the zipper. That's a pretty common one at almost every. They're the little cages you sit in that spin. And then it's a zipper that goes like this. Okay, I love that thing. Okay.
You're crazy.
I know, I am. We've established that so long ago, Jessica. I don't know why it even needed to be said. But I love that thing. And she was like, "No, don't ride that thing." Now, the one that she showed a video of didn't have a lap belt. I've always ridden with a lap belt, but I don't trust my life to a lap belt. When she showed a video of some kids on that thing, on the zipper,
Mhm.
that front door flew open, which is where your handle
Abs-
is. They didn't
nope.
have a lap belt, and they were hanging from that door while it was going.
Well, I'd be dead because I would have let go the second it went off, just like that hang glider we talked about recently.
Same. Like, you aren't even gonna at this age and this body type and
Ooh.
the massive amounts of being that I am compared to the lack of muscle. I'm not even swinging out over a river on a rope. I can't hold my own body weight up. That's why I don't mountain hike. I ain't gonna be able to pull myself up.
Lady, you know
That door would
zip
open and I'd drop
lines.
like a rock, Jessica.
That's also exactly what I did, Dana. Have you ever been on a zip line?
I know what they are. I've been on little ones, but not one of the big ones over a
I
forest.
I have anxiety just thinking about it. I would never do it in a forest. You always see people doing it like when they go to
Yeah.
Costa Rica or something.
Yeah,
At
but that one
Stone
guy just hit
Mountain,
a sloth. Did you see that?
I saw
The sloth
that. Yeah,
was
I felt
okay.
terrible. I
I
know.
know. Okay, sorry.
Then
I
they moved
interrupted.
him along. No,
Yeah.
I was at Stone Mountain, which is like a big recreation area in Atlanta, and they had a thing where you hold on and you go like
Yeah.
from way up high and then go into the man-made lake, which is Stone Mountain. Well,
Okay.
because again, I have zero upper arm strength, I held on the minute I left the
Yes, that would be me.
but Dana, like a sugar glider, fell straight down instead of flying on my stomach. Okay, like the
Ow.
worst belly flop you've ever had. No, not almost knocked me unconscious.
Absolutely. It's like hitting a concrete wall. Water is hard.
I
If you've
can't
ever
believe that
been
I'm alive to
skiing.
speak of it.
And the super awful part about that is, I don't know who you were with, but I feel like for me, I would be
Mm-hmm.
really worried that you were hurt and simultaneously unable to stop myself from laughing. Like,
You're not going to jump in after me.
uh-uh. And if I did, maybe feet first. Maybe.
Nobody I was with noticed because everybody was like doing their own thing.
Oh my God. Thank God, right? Thank God.
I guess.
Well, listen,
Oh
I
my
don't think I'm
God.
gonna be going to Carowinds anytime soon. That's what I.
Hilarious. It really is a fun park. I love it. I hadn't even heard that name in God at least 25, 30 years. It's crazy.
What's the theme? Is there a like Silver Dollar City is like Ozark Mountain
Uh
experience?
I was gonna I think I'm confusing it with Ghost Town, which might be in Tennessee. I'm not
Mm,
sure about the theme of Carowinds. I'm
mm.
gonna have to look into that.
Okay. I mean, probably it's not
Uh
that important to either one of us, but
hilarious. Well, I don't know how you're gonna feel about this next corner.
I don't either.
Was weirded out, but then I liked it. This is an excuse me.
Hmm.
This comes to us from The Independent, written by John Stone, a European correspondent.
Hmm.
Sausage vending machines are booming in Germany.
I don't understand.
Hungry Germans craving a sausage in the dead of night are increasingly turning to vending machines for their bratwurst, bockwurst, and barbecue meats. The machines are booming outside German cities where shops are less likely to stay open for long hours. Makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Especially in structurally weak rural areas, vending machine solutions are becoming increasingly popular. There's a strong development towards the vending machine, which is used to deliver meat, milk, eggs, and other products to customers outside of core opening times. Some butchers' vending machines sell 3 or 4 types of sausages and punnets of accompanying potato salad, so customers can buy all they need for a traditional hearty German feast. Other stock eggs, milk, butter, fruit, and vegetables, so all kitchen essentials are available all the time. What? There are over 570,000 vending machines in Germany. They can't all
What?
be for this. They can't all be for this. That might
No.
include snacks and right?
Chips.
Despite their popularity, they are expected to complement rather than replace traditional shops, opening in areas where a shop may not be economically viable. So I have to say, at first I was like, ew, gross. And then I'm like, well, I know I'm not the only person that's bought a cupcake out of a Sprinkles ATM.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
They
And
deliver them
listen,
daily. I'm serious.
in our youth, those hot dog trucks outside bars at 12, 1 a.m., you'd eat some street meat if you were drunk enough.
Okay.
And it was good until it wasn't.
Yes. Oh, well, it's you always regret that shit the next day. Nothing more regrettable than the old lucky dog of New Orleans, a foot-long hot dog covered in mayonnaise.
No.
And I love mayo, but I don't
Me
want that
too, but
anywhere
no.
near a hot dog.
Okay, I have a couple of questions though.
Yes.
They have to be heated, right? Are they warm? Are they served warm?
No, I saw
Is it served
is
cold?
packaged. It's like grocery packaged. Yeah, it's just like, hey, looks like I'd like to put some meat on the Barbie.
Got you. So it's not like prepped or
Instead of
anything. It's just
instead of
no.
packs of chips, it's like 4 bockwurst to go.
I mean, if the grocery
But you need
store's
a grill.
closed,
Yeah.
it's not a
As long
bad
as
thing,
they're
I guess.
regulated,
Yes. If they're
then
packaged like that, I would assume they
surely.
would be.
Yes. I'm kind of
Very
down with it.
interesting. A little
Mm-hmm.
bit of, yeah. I'm not mad at
Right?
it, that's for sure.
I also like unexpected vending machines. Like there's a place in outside of Joshua Tree called Hicksville Trailer Park, and it's a resort and it's like common communal areas, and they have a vending machine that sells everything from instant Starbucks coffee to condoms to travel coffee mugs,
Amazing.
all kinds of fun snacks, treats, unexpected thing. I'm all about that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Analgesics. Yep.
Benefit
Who am
has a vending machine, Benefit
I?
Makeup, at the
The
airport, and I
best.
am always tempted, and it's outrageously expensive
Yes.
there
I
because
know.
everything is at the airport. But I'm
Yep.
still tempted every time. I do like that
I
little
love that
van thing.
benefit. Oh,
Yeah,
I love it so much.
me too. All right. Well, yeah, we just decided we're not mad about it. It's a good deal.
Indeedly.
And yet I still am feeling some shame as we exit this corner. Okay. Let's move on to the best part of our show and talk about our raves. I am up
Yes.
first,
Mm-hmm.
and my rave this week is Big Sunday, and that's bigsunday.org is where you can find them. We see the world not as have and have nots, but as have and have mores. I loved that. I read that 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. Everyone has
I
some way
love it.
they can help somebody else. Everyone has some time that they need help, and we all have to look out for one another. We organize over 2,000 ways for you to get involved every year, from working on service projects at our headquarters to helping us collect materials for food, book, and school supply drives, to joining us for school beautification projects, and much more. Below, you will find a summary of each of our programs. Whether you're interested in volunteering, contributing money or items, or co producing a service event with us, there's truly a place for everyone at Big Sunday. I love that because we always talk about all the different ways. It doesn't have to just be
Mm-hmm.
monetarily. Or if something's not happening in your neck of the woods, you can make it happen in your neck of the woods.
Exactly.
I love that so much. One more thing. We have participants of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities. They come from all kinds of different neighborhoods, and we do work in all kinds of different neighborhoods too. People take part in big Sunday projects through schools, faith groups, businesses, clubs, as families, and as individuals. Whoever you are, whatever you do, we can use your help. You see, at Big Sunday, we feel there's lots of work to be done, but we get so much more accomplished and have so much more fun when we do it together. I love that so much. Again, that's Big Sunday. You can find them on the internet. Their website is pretty easy to go through. It's pretty self-explanatory, all the different ways that you can help. And that's bigsunday.org.
Love it.
Me too.
Thank you, Dana.
Welcome.
And again, the fact that they organize over 2,000 ways for you to get involved. God, we always say this, but everybody, if everybody could do something one day a year, yourself, if you have children, or even if you don't have children, if you are a friend or a mentor or an aunt or an uncle or anything else, do something cool with a kid that is stimulating and helps them learn and teaches them about giving back and doing for others. It is
Absolutely.
so invaluable. And to me, there's nothing more beautiful than a kid learning how to be kind and how to pass that forward in
Definitely.
these hard times. So thank you, Dana.
Sure.
This came to me because a very old childhood friend had posted something about her father, and it was really cool. He was being honored for his service and as a volunteer. He worked with Habitat for Humanity for quite a few, I think like 30 years. And for the last decade, he has been the chapter president in Scottsdale, Arizona, of an organization called Sleep in Heavenly Peace. The website is www.shpbeds.org. At Sleep in Heavenly Peace, we fully believe that a bed is a basic need for the proper physical, emotional, and mental support that a child needs.
Absolutely.
When it was brought to our attention that the need for beds went far beyond our own neighborhoods, we stepped up and took initiative. We are a national organization answering the call to a national problem. So again, not to digress, but part of why we love this started off as one chapter in one town, and now they have chapters around the country. And there are so many things that every one of us is guilty of taking for granted. A bed is definitely one of them. Like things that we just think, well, yeah, of course people have it. It
Everybody
may not be
has
this
a
or that.
bed.
No.
It's not, yeah.
Right? All children deserve a safe, comfortable place to lay their heads. In Idaho and across the U.S., too many boys and girls go without a bed or even a pillow. These children end up sleeping on couches, blankets, and even floors. This can affect their happiness and health. That's where Sleep in Heavenly Peace comes in. We're a group of volunteers dedicated to building, assembling, and delivering top-notch bunk beds to children and families in need. Our organization has grown steadily over time, and we're working on opening more chapters in different states to serve more people. No kid sleeps on the floor in our town is their mission statement, or their, I don't want to call it a catchphrase. That's not the right word.
Their motto, right?
Let's call it their motto. Thank you.
Yeah. I love that.
So I'll tell you how it works. They have donations from individuals, businesses, and organizations, and they also accept donated bedding and building materials. I'm going to safely say that's probably all new materials. I know that because bedding and mattresses is never allowed to be donated for safety and health reasons.
Yeah.
Volunteers, individual, business, and organizations team up with local chapters and organize a build day. On build day, volunteers from the community build beds together. The application is to apply to receive a free bed for a kid sleeping on the floor, and delivery. Volunteers deliver and set up beds for families in need. So I'm sure that is incredibly rewarding. I love that you can
Mhm.
go. And again, it's a fun thing to organize if you're at a place, I don't know how things go these days now that people are back. But instead of maybe an escape room, maybe that's something you can suggest with your company, or if they're looking for ideas or want to have a team building activity, this is something that is worthwhile and also probably would, I think, be very rewarding.
Yeah. Also, can I just tag on to this? I had an experience
Mm-hmm.
this week, and it just was a nice reminder to me that this is out there for anyone and everyone. And
Sure.
obviously, different locations would have different things, but I think we forget about
Mm-hmm.
our libraries. So this week I was a guest on another podcast, a friend of
Yes.
ours, Doug and Sarah
Mm-hmm.
and Mary Pat. They have a podcast
Mm-hmm.
called Anthem of Life. It's brand new. There's
Mm-hmm.
6 episodes out, I think. It's
Yep.
very fun. They take a song that has a character in it. So like my episode will be I Was Sweet Caroline. So the song Sweet
Amazing.
Caroline, you base
Mm-hmm.
your character on, and then Doug interviews you as
Mm-hmm.
like I
I'm
was
doing it in a
Caroline.
couple of weeks.
You are.
Hilarious.
Oh, you're gonna have a
Yes.
blast. I had so much fun.
I
It's
love
really
it.
so they can be part of our pod squad. A lot of our funny friends have done it, and they're just gonna keep going. So anyway, he had me go to the Burbank Central Library. Now, there's a lot of industry people in our town, so of course that's it catered to. Jessica, you need to know
Mm-hmm.
this. They have an entire studio in that library. So there's a podcast studio, there's the main station. There's not a window, so you can't see through, but you can communicate through headphones. But he was telling me they have every editing software you can imagine there. Logic, Final Cut, the whole Adobe suite, which is what I use and paid
Mm-hmm.
for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they have it all. They offer free classes to teach you how to do all of it. He said that because that particular group
Wow.
of our friends, Doug and Mary Pat specifically, we're in a band together.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Pat's still in a band with Brett and Ben Wise, so many of our talented
Mm-hmm.
friends. So he went and he said, I signed up for a music producing class, which that's so specific. I wouldn't think you could get it at a public
Right?
library. He's like, I showed up and it was an
Love it.
a Grammy winning music producer. And he said, I was like, what are you
Amazing.
doing this for? And he goes, I live down the road and I just wanted to give some of my time to the library. So
How
to
cool
me,
is that?
I know, they have editing classes. I think I'm going to go do that, like just to get better
That is,
skills, and
yes.
it's all free, y'all. It's the public library. They have a 3D
You're,
printer and they teach you how to use it. A 3D printer
what?
in the library. So I
Oh
don't
my
know what
God.
y'all's public library has, but I guarantee you they got more than you think.
Do you know what else? Do you have a membership card?
Uh huh.
Okay, so I have not been in the
I
library
think
in
they call
forever, and
it. I think they call it a library card.
but do you know, you may already know this and you may do this with Henry, but you can get free tickets to the zoo and a bunch of other museums every month.
No,
And
I
once a
did not know
month,
that.
they will send out a thing and say, hey, we have 20 tickets available for the following dates. And you have to apparently grab them fast, I guess. But
I
that's
did
how
not know
people I
that.
know have been taking their kids to do all kinds of activities. It's 2 free tickets.
Wow.
You got to sign up for that.
I gotta look into that, and you guys should too. Like I said,
And the
obviously
classes, that's amazing to know.
we have
I'm
a
going to
lot
tell
of
Alan.
industry specific stuff because that's where we live. So I don't know what
Right.
your library will have available, but man, check it out. I mean,
Totally.
that Adobe suite is not cheap. Now, the
No.
inconvenience of having to go to the library and check out the time and all of that, I could understand. But if you
Yeah,
just had
yeah.
things every once in a while, we have a week to week podcast, so it wouldn't be ideal for me. But
Right.
but the editing stuff, I can take classes.
Yep.
Anyway, I feel
So
like now I
cool.
just did 3 raves on top of your rave. But
Hilarious.
anyway, it's just always
Did
good
you
to
guys
check out.
record in that studio?
Yes, that's where you'll record too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
It's really
Totally
cool.
soundproof booth because it's in a library. Like
Yes. No,
there's a
that's
little
brilliant.
window behind me on the door where I was like watching a guy sleep for a minute.
I
Anyway, well,
love it.
Jessica,
Diana,
I think that's a show.
I think it is.
Woohoo! You want to tell everybody one more time how to get a hold of us? Please write in.
Yes.
We love your raves and
Please.
stuff too, not just rants.
We love it. And we even love when you just send us ridiculous things just so we can laugh. We also
Yes.
love seeing your kids, your pets, your parents, your work, your fun, whatever. We love you guys. So thank you. Thank you. Please find us on Instagram and Facebook at the Rants and Raves Podcast. I almost went back to saying on Twitter.
Oh boy.
On TikTok. That was a Freudian slip of the T's. On TikTok at the Rants and Raves P, on our YouTube channel, the Rants and Raves Podcast. You can always send us an email at the Rants and Raves Podcast at gmail.com or go to the contact button on our website, www.therantsandravespodcast.com. Thank you kindly.
.com. All right, Jessica. It's been 3
Yes.
weeks. Do you have anything you need to share? You've been watching, reading. Did you read a book while you were gone?
I
Okay.
didn't,
That's
and
all
I
right.
said I was going to, and I
That's
didn't.
okay.
I read a lot of magazines. I love
Oh,
my
that's fun.
magazines. So I
Yes.
did catch up with a big stack of magazines. What have I been watching? I binge watched the first 3 episodes of The Bear season 2. It's back.
Okay. Yep, I saw that.
So good.
Okay.
That's it.
I binged Black Mirror, the new season, while you were gone.
How is it?
So good. Okay, so the
I
first
really liked that
episode.
show. I gotta see
Oh,
it.
it's so good. The first episode is an AI episode. It's good. It makes you think. It's not the best episode, so keep going.
Okay.
Okay. It's fantastic. There's an episode with Josh Hartnett and Aaron Paul that is so fascinating. You have to watch it because I need someone to talk to about it.
Ooh, okay.
So I did that. I actually started reading a book. I'm such a weirdo. You guys all know this, but it's by, I'm going to pull it up for you. And because you know how I get into my rabbit holes, like I did soft white underbelly documentaries for a while, which I know you've dipped into recently. And then I did cults. There's a YouTube channel called Cults to Consciousness, and it's a former Mormon who interviews people about cult religions, not just Mormonism, and their experience and getting out. And so this woman, I listened to her interview and I was very fascinated by her story. And so this book is called Uncultured, a memoir by Danielle Mistianek Young. Anyway, it's just about her experience going from a cult into the military, which she says is just a different kind of cult. So it fascinated me. Anyway, again, that's Uncultured. So that's been in my ears for a little bit. But I think that's all. We're going to go see Indiana Jones this weekend.
Ooh, I'm jelly.
Because we got my little one caught up on him. So.
Oh yeah, did he love it?
Yes. His
How
favorite
much did he love
so
the first
far,
one?
He loved it, but the second one, he's just like his mama. Monkey
Temple
brains,
of Doom?
eyeballs. Monkey brains, eyeballs, bugs, all of it. He was, that was it for him.
The snake?
Yes.
Wait, did he lose his mind when Kate Capshaw puts her hand through to get the lever and it's covered with every bug that I hope I never see in my life?
Yes. Or when she thinks the elephant is messing with her with his trunk and she just grabs a huge python and throws it. Oh, you love that part too. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did he get scared? What did he do when he pulled the heart out?
He was on his feet going, oh! It's just like me.
I love that you just
I mean,
imitated that perfectly.
I just, I get nervous about it every once in a while because since he was a baby, he loved animal videos, and his favorite ones
Uh-huh.
were when there was a predator and prey, and he would giggle.
Uh,
And so I get a little nervous, like, dear Lord, am I raising a serial killer? But Jessica, I can't say that
hilarious.
because I was exactly the same. I am
And he's
exactly
the
the same.
sweetest boy around.
He's so sweet. He's so kind. Yeah. But anyway, so we're going to do that. I think either Sunday or Monday we're going to go see that.
Ooh, nice,
On the big
nice.
screen. It's the last one. I'm so excited to get to experience that
Fantastic.
with him.
Yes.
Because,
That'll be so awesome.
Star Wars and all the things that we know, like, we just watch them on video or whatever, but to see one on the big screen will be cool.
No, that's awesome. I love that.
Anyway. All right.
Yay.
Well, we will be back next week. Thank you, Jessica, for your dedication to this show, because we did all of the last couple of weeks before you left town, which was kind of you to jam cram all that in. But now you're back.
Well,
and we're ready to keep going.
Same with you, lady. I think we recorded 4 episodes in 1 week. That was an Olympic medal.
Okay. So I always like to leave you guys with a point to ponder. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're interesting facts, sometimes they're poignant. I don't have the energy to label this one, but it is one that I actually want you to think about. I read this and I was like, oh, that's cool. I think it's something, I'm trying to walk the walk and talk the talk. I think it's something that I do and that you've done very well. And I would like to encourage others to do it as well. So think about this week, you guys. And we'll be back next week. I love you, Jessica.
I love you too.
When was the last time you did something for the first time? Embrace new experiences and keep expanding your horizons. So, I like that. You and
I like that too.
Take on a lot of challenges, especially with this podcast. We learned how to do video. You learned how to edit and do social media, which was something you had never done before. But I would like to encourage you to do either something that scares you or something you love for the first time. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Embrace new experiences and keep expanding your horizons. So you can keep it simple too. Maybe you've never had your nails done.
Exactly.
Go do it. Go do something new.
Do it. Treat yourself.
That's what I wanted. All right. I love you, Jess. We'll be back next week.
Love you too.
Bye now.